Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK. Once again, back at you with more action figure breaking news. And today we are off to a galaxy far, far away because we have had a Hasbro Star Wars stream. So before we get going, if you could hit that like button, leave your thoughts on today's reveals in the comments below, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and why not consider joining the channel membership. But yes, we had our February live stream today from the Hasbro team, and they did a bit of a sort of different presenter split up, which we'll cover in a second. But as you can see, looking behind me here, there's quite a lot of Star Wars Black Series within the collection. I literally redid the whole sort of office / live stream area to incorporate my Star Wars Black Series collection from the original trilogy to the Clone Wars to some of the new stuff from the Disney Plus era. And it's those more modern eras we had covered today in the Star Wars stream, but we did have a 20th anniversary throwback to Revenge of the Sith as well. So if we go over to Toy Arc, they've got all the pictures up for me. They've done the hard work, and I'm going to go through them and give you my reaction. As I say, get in the comments and leave your thoughts as well as we go into these Black Series reveals for the day. But the first shout of the day is actually over here. If you take a look at the live stream, who do you see there? And who is the operative word? So if you ever used to watch Mr. Danhu and Brandon stream, yes, his co-host Brandon, all those years ago, Brandon was on the Danhu stream, and now he's advanced there. He is now at the Hasbro team. He was doing a great job over here at Hasbro UK. You may have seen me with him at MCM last year, but now he is over in the US of A, and he's on his first there Star Wars fan stream. So shout out for Brandon. I think he did a great job today covering Black Series with the incredible passion he does talk with that line about. So shout out Brandon, he is there, and they did mix up their presenters, doing different presenting for Black Series, for Vintage Collection, and then for the role play items. So here we are then. What did they have to show? And not a lot, but some good stuff, I would say. So they have said they're doing more regular live streams this year. Of course, this is the second live stream we've had. About 4 weeks ago, we had the last one. So they're doing sort of one a month at the moment for the schedule. And the first figure revealed then, one I think they had pipelined, but one I had been waiting for, is the Series 3 Mandalorian look of Moff Gideon. So the Dark Trooper Armor Edition is what they are calling it. And you've got the likeness there, of course, for the fantastic actor he is in Giancarlo Esposito. Of course, known for Breaking Bad in this house, but he's done so many great roles since. And Moff Gideon, another one. This version of Moff Gideon does not come with the mustache because he was mustacheless in season 3. So was it a clone? Was it a clone of Moff Gideon? I'm sure we'll have to wait till season 4 to find out. But I do like this armor. So not as good as the previous seasons. I don't think season 3 was of The Mandalorian. But however, I do like this design of Moff Gideon because you have the sort of Darth Maul-esque spikes on the helmet as well, which I think looks really good. I think they've already done this in a roleplay version, haven't they? And he's got the very shiny armor on, brand new body sculpt. I think they did say for this one, the backpack is fully attached. The jetpack is attached in there under the soft goods cape. And there's decent articulation. I think they've added some sort of different shoulder articulation if I was listening close enough. But I think the likeness, actually, to Giancarlo Esposito there is pretty good for a Star Wars Black Series figure. I think they've come a long way on their likenesses, and we'll get to that when we get to Director Krennic a bit later on. So this will be going up for pre-order. I think they said it'll be around next week. We'll see if there's some of the slides cover that. It's not going up this week. I think it is next Wednesday off the top of my head, if I do recall. Are you a fan of these Mandalorian designs? Are you getting this one? I've gone into Lego as well in Star Wars. They've already done this in a Lego battle pack. So having seen the little minifigure version, I've been waiting quite a while for this version of Moff Gideon there. And there he is, posed up. And then Brandon put his helmet on with the stream so you can see the character with the helmet on as well. So he'll be going up soon. And there he is, number 4. How on earth have we got 44 figures in the Mandalorian line? Looking behind me, the Mandalorian collection, just under here, you probably can't quite see it, but there's quite a lot of figures in there. I don't have all 44, but there's definitely a lot. So you can see on the accessories laid out and the artwork on the packaging for Moff Gideon. And then we see the little sort of army builders you can get here. And what they're calling these, the Imperial Praetorian Guard is what they're calling these. So they've used I think it's a clever bit of work, really, because the sort of sequel movie's not the most popular in Star Wars trilogy, but this was a cool design of like the Praetorian Guard style. So what they've done is they've changed it for the Mandalorian and then sort of changed it up a bit. But you've got those cool red designs that we were seeing in the sort of Rise of Skywalker sort of era, and then bringing it into the Mandalorian, which is much more popular than those Disney Plus sequels. So it's a cool design, and I think it translates again quite well into bigger form. So another one I will be picking up. So I'm 2 for 2 so far. I'm probably going to have to pick up a pair, aren't there? These are a pair of these. You do get 2 different weapons are coming with these. They've gone for sort of the whip version and the spear version, will be my best description. You've got the soft goods on the bottom, so you should be able to get some leg articulation. At least they haven't gone for the plastic sort of skirt style. So that's much better. Today's live stream, as I say, is much more focused on the modern era and the prequels. So there is nothing from the original trilogy. So if you are an original trilogy's Black Series fan, this probably wasn't the stream for you, because there was nothing at all from those eras. So again, I would hopefully more to come, and we will see stuff in the original trilogy as well. But flanking here, you can see there. Look at them, good, don't they? They do look good indeed. So I'll definitely be picking up a pair of these bad boys. So again, in that comment section, are you picking these up? Talking to the comment section, I did have the Hasbro comments on for a second, and some strange people out there that don't even seem to like action figures. I don't think they end up in some of these Hasbro live chats. So come over here, get in my chat. Hopefully, it's much more fun than some of those chats there. So Imperial Praetorian Guard, looking good. Definitely a pickup for me, and your choice of weapons and areas in the layout. Number 43 in the line there for the Mandalorian. Nice. Right, moving on. Now, moving on to a trailer that dropped earlier this week. And have you seen a trailer? If you haven't, go and see the trailer, because it was a really good trailer for Andor Season 2. Now, Andor Season 1, very, very good show. I enjoyed Andor Season 1, much different in the Star Wars. Didn't feel as Star Warsy as some Star Wars, but I think at the time, that was a good thing. So I actually did enjoy Andor Series 1. Not the most toyetic of designs in Series 1, though. So I think it was hard for that line to actually sell, because they're not the most toyetic designs. More of a sort of realistic take on Star Wars is Andor. But here is Cassian Andor in his Senar test pilot. So it looks to me like he is an Imperial TIE fighter pilot in disguise. And as you can see there, you can whack the helmet on. He's fully covered, so you could army build this one as well. So we'll have to see how important this is. But you could see glimpses of it in a trailer. Seems like he stole a TIE interceptor, correct me if I'm wrong, or something to me in a trailer. So that does look fun, and it's always a great character design. So I'm enjoying the look of this one. Probably not one I will pick up straight away, but I think I will add him to the collection at some point. You saw my recent haul from Inderman Toys. You'll see that I picked up quite a lot of Black Series recently. But again, the little tip of red there just sets this one off for me. It's a kind of a cool sort of disguised outfit you can see for Cassian Andor. And then again, they are improving on the head sculpt, so the likeness is pretty good as well on this one. And I'm sure we'll be having sort of regular version of him in a sort of leather jacket and other things we've seen from a trailer. Again, in the comments, did you enjoy the trailer? I did. Sort of using rock music over the top is a bit weird for Star Wars, but I did enjoy the trailer. A good sense of action and stuff to come. I think they're going to be splitting the series into 4 sections and 3 episodes released at a time in different time periods as we get up to sort of the events of Rogue One. So I'm sure this will be the last series of Andor, because of spoilers. I don't think he makes out a Rogue One, does he? So there we have him there in his sort of TIE pilot disguise. So we're moving on there. See him in the packaging at number 15 within the Andor collection there. That reminds me of the sort of red and black boxes of Black Series, which were not my favourite designs. So, but here we go. Here we go. Finally, we've got a decent head sculpt. We've been waiting for this for years, since Rogue One. I'm looking over there. It's hidden right in the corner because it's not my favourite figure at all. I think Director Krennic is a fantastic character, but the figure was terrible, the previous figure. The likeness was before the photo real days, so the printing on the face, and it didn't really live up to it. I'm not fully sure if they've made any upgrades to the body. I'm looking, the body does look pretty much the same to me. So potentially it is just a new head sculpt for this one. Again, if anybody knows better, let me know in the comments. But the head sculpt finally looks like him, which is fantastic. So we have a real improvement here in Krennic's head sculpt, I think, with actually adding the photo printing to the head sculpt. The difference is night and day. I was never quite a fan of the photo printing when it first started, even in the WWE line. But it's come so far, it's weird to look back at the figures that were just painted. So Krennic looks great to me, and he's a definite upgrade that's needed within the collection. He's number 13. I think the other one was 15 and 13. So where's 14? Who's 14? Or can I not count? We'll find out. No, I can count 15 and 13. So who is 14? Have we already seen 14? And we got the pre-order date there. So it's the American date, so it's confusing me. It's the 5th of the 3rd. Why is the date always backwards? Some of my American viewers tell me, why do you write the date backwards? Who puts the month there? It's very confusing when I read it. There we are. So those are the two figures. Those are the 4 newer characters. And then we went in to the sort of retro wave. So the Revenge of the Sith retro wave. Again, it got announced this week. That Revenge of the Sith is coming to cinemas. So I think the 25th of April for the 20th anniversary, it will be coming out. Now, we had, I think, the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace last year, and I took Cheeky Monkey, and she actually had a nice time. She enjoyed a Star Wars movie. So I think I might have to go and see this one with her as well, because she actually does. I don't think she minds Revenge of the Sith. She said, how did she say describe this film? It makes sense. I think as it explains Anakin's story, she enjoyed that one. I have seen it in the theater. This was the first Star Wars film I actually saw in the theater in the cinema back in the day, because because of my age, effectively. This was the first one. I didn't quite. I could have gone and seen The Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones, but I didn't. So this is the first one I've seen. But we've seen Commander Cody. And a cheap plug for myself here, actually, I might as well. Because over at In-Demand Toys, you can see down here, if you go on the videos playlist 2 weeks ago, I was at In-Demand Toys, and we had a sample on hand from Hasbro at the event. And I was allowed to do the unboxing video of it there. So you can see an unboxing video live from In-Demand Toys' kitchen of Commander Cody with the sort of hologram for the Emperor. And it's a pretty cool figure. So it's definitely one I would like to pick up as well on the retro card. So head over if you haven't seen that video and show some support to the channel. Thank you very much. So there is Commander Cody, but we added some more there. So effectively what this line is, it is just re-releases on the retro card so far. Whether we're getting new characters, we will have to wait and see. Of course, we haven't seen Anakin or Obi-Wan yet. So assuming they'll probably be coming on this card at some point. But Count Dooku, again, probably quite an expensive figure on the aftermarket. So some of these will actually help bring down the aftermarket prices there. They are going to be Walmart exclusives, though, in the US. I'm going to need at least one for my mint on card wall, because I like to have one representation of each in the line. Now, I used to work in a toy store. So back in Walworth in the UK, back in 2005, I was working there in my first job. And I was actually in charge of a toy department. So you can see how this all spiraled and this channel came to be. So I remember literally putting these figures out on the pegs back in the 3 3/4 inch scale. So it's pretty weird to actually see them now in the much bigger Black Series scale. So I'm a bit nostalgic for these cards. I do have all the characters on it, but I'll definitely be picking up Cody. Dooku would look kind of cool on the wall. Maybe here with my wall card. I don't think I need Kit Fisto, but if you don't have a Kit Fisto, again, they do look great on the card. So if you are just doing like your mint on card sort of wall, I think these will look very nice indeed on there. So there's Kit Fisto, and there's R2-D2. I did pick up a version of him from the sale. This one does have the sort of jetpack attachments, if I call them, on the side of the figure you can attach. I'm trying to think, have I actually got a version of R2? I'm looking behind me and I can't see one with actually the attachments on the side. So am I going to need to pick this up for the attachments? I think I've pretty much got an R2 in every cube now, but he's in really every film, so you kind of need him. So maybe I need to pick this up for the attachments. I assume we have had the attachments before within the line, but mine are probably over in a box somewhere, or maybe I didn't pick up that specific version of R2. So those were your 3 that were announced to go along with Cody then, and say Walmart exclusive in the US and Canada. And the final thing shown, that's something I really cover on the channel, is the role play helmet. So if you want to dress yourself as a 501st, you can dress yourself. That thing is massive, isn't it? Absolutely mahoosive, the size of this thing. So if you want to be a 501st trooper, you can get that in the role play. And I'll briefly have a quick look at some of the 3 3/4 inch stuff there as well. So if you're going in the canteen, if you're back the HasLab, they have Pipeline revealed an updated land speeder. So I'm sure you're going to need that, of course. That's why I didn't back the Cantina. I went for the Lego version of the Cantina, because it all comes with it, effectively. Otherwise, I'd have to buy every character, because I didn't have any characters from this film in 3 3/4. My 3 3/4 collection, again, video on the channel somewhere, is just of my favourite film, which was Return of the Jedi. So we've got old Hammerhead there from the Cantina scene, if you like him. So he's there in the 3 3/4, and you can see him there. on the card. So again, I think if you are a 3 3/4 inch collector, shout out good friend of the channel, Kurt K, who definitely is, and I'm sure will be definitely in on Momar Nadon, however I pronounce that. Good old hammerhead to me. And then we have an upgraded version of Ponda Barber as well. So you've got your interchangeable sliced off arm. You've got his drink from the bar by the looks of it, his blaster, and the different variations of his hands, of course, because he does like to change hands between the scenes, it seems, in A New Hope. So he was there. What else did they show for the 3 3/4 inch scale? It was the Imperial Armored Commando. Again, I have one of these in black series scale. That does look like a deluxe to me, so I'm assuming I have to pay a bit more, unfortunately, for that one. They've bulked him out with some accessories to make him a deluxe figure, and I think that was it. Yes, it is. So, thoughts in the comments below. I've rambled for over 15 minutes now on Star Wars and Star Wars Black Series. But as I said, look behind me. Quite a Star Wars fan, to be honest. So, yes, that was me waffling on. So, I hope you've enjoyed the recap. Again, leave me your thoughts in the comments section below on today's reveals. But all it seems to be is breaking news this week. So, I've been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. And it's New York Toy Fair this weekend. So, expect some more coverage. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you, of course, on the next video.